How's it going, everyone? Alex here. Today we're going to be playing The Monster Inside. It's a audio-visual novel by The Random Seed Games, as you can see, and I think there's 7 chapters. Yep, 7 chapters, and it's a free game. Yeah, it's a free game on Steam, but I think you could also play it on the web browser. If you can, I'll put the link down below somewhere. Yeah, I don't know much about this game except that it looks pretty neato spaghetto, so let's go. We're gonna be taking it slow through this, so this video might be on the longer side. There's no voice acting. Okay. I got this. My head pounded, ears still ringing slightly. Some of the worst nightmares I've had in years left me feeling like I've been punched in the jaw. But just like any other day, I dragged myself to the office. We're at the office. There was another notice on the door from Mayor Vinetti's office. Permits out of date. They didn't like me much and were trying to drown me in paperwork. It was a slow month. Weeks since I had any real cases to work on, so I passed the time pacing the office, smoking and staring at the mirror in the corner, safely covered with an old bed sheet. Okay. Well, why is he staring at a mirror covered with a bed sheet? I don't dare look at my own reflection. I am too afraid of what I might see. Afraid someday I might have to face what I really am. What are you? The girl came in so quietly I nearly choked on my cigarette. Girl, Mister, please, you gotta help me, Mister. Oh no, my female voice. Calm down now, sit and talk slow. Yeah, what can I help you with? Have you ever heard of knocking first? You know what, we're gonna give this bitch a bollocking. Have you ever heard of knocking first? Girl, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to intrude. It's alright, sit down and tell me your tale. She eyed me with just a dash of suspicion as I tossed back on a handful of pills. What? He's fucking taking pills now, and chased them with a swig of whiskey. I could tell this might take a while. Okay, so our guy is a little druggo. Her name was Lily. She told me that she was his mistress, the man all over the newspaper, the infamous banker, Mr. Why does the names have to be so hard? Mr. Reginald Farnsworth. Mr. Farnsworth was a drunk philandering bastard, but this girl seems genuinely concerned that he had recently gone missing. Less concerned about the fact that Mr. Farnsworth's wife has just turned up dead in the Central Park 2 nights ago. Uh-oh. So this philanthropist, whatever that is, has gone missing and his wife is dead 2 nights ago. Okay. You don't understand. He couldn't have done it. He hated his wife, but he couldn't have killed her. Everyone thinks it was him and no one believes me. He's gotta be in trouble. You know what? Lily is the killer. Watch. Guarantee. Lily killed her. I ain't saying I believe you, but what makes you think he's in danger? Case looks pretty simple to me. Let's see what she says. Well, mister, Oh, she fucked him. Jack. You could just call me Jack. I have a name. Jack. Whoever did this to his wife must have been one who took him. He would have never left me. He would have never left without me. He promised me. I fucking knew it. Called it. I'm sure Mr. Farnsworth promised this poor girl a lot of things. Please, the cops won't listen to me and they want Want me to bring him in on charges? You gotta prove it wasn't him before they find him. Honestly, I doubt they are in too much of a hurry. Farnsworth has practically the entire police force deep in his pockets, probably why they haven't found much yet. If they found him and brought him in, it would be due to public pressure. Sometimes a mob with pitchforks is more dangerous than one man with money. Okay. You've got my curiosity, but what might not like what? You got my curiosity, but you might not like what I find. I can help you. We'll get to the bottom of it. Don't you worry now. Which one? Are we gonna be a nice guy, or a meanie bobini? Oh, thank you, Mr. Jack. Thank you, but please be careful. I don't think this was just any murderer or kidnapper. I think it was a beast. Huh? A what? Beast. The word struck me funny, like when you jar your elbow on a hard corner. That's a word many use these days, except in hushed whispers and bedtime stories for children. Oh, they were real enough, alright. They just got to get better at hiding, controlling their unseemly urges. But I hadn't seen any monsters in nearly 15 years, back when I was still a cop myself. Well, that's an interesting theory. I can help you. We'll get to the bottom of this. Don't you worry now. Leave the detective work to me. Let's not jump to conclusions here. I think let's see what she means. Let's go with the first one. Well, that's an interesting theory. I just have a feeling about it. Something tells me you can get to the bottom of it. You're good at this sort of thing. Like, the bad guy's an actual beast. Hello, motorcycle man. Can you not ride around while I'm trying to record? Hello. Sure. Can't you see how busy I am with these cases? I replied a little too harshly. Sarcasm wasn't my strong suit. I reassured her some more and sent her on her way. I didn't want to scare her, but I warned her before she left to keep her doors locked and call me if she saw anything suspicious. I didn't know if she was in any danger herself, but better be safe than sorry. That's what I mean, Jack. He's smart, he's smart. That night, I made myself down the Central Park. It was a long shot, but maybe there was something the cop have missed. Next chapter. What? Was that it? That was quick. Chapter 1 done? Okay. I'm gonna stop the recording here, and we're gonna have a chapter 2. I think that will be the best. Or maybe not. It might just be one whole video. Who knows? Depends how long. Might be 1 and 2. Let's go. The scene was already picked clean by the cops days ago, but I got a knack for finding things others overlook. A knack, more like a symptom of a condition. Other, less useful symptoms I kept in check. But for the time being, my keen senses of smell would come in handy. Okay. It was faint, but I could smell it before, and I approached the police line. Okay, what's this smell? The scent was less of a thing and more of an emotion. Uh-oh, so our boy Jack has some fat nose. Seduction. Seduction. Seduce. It's getting spicy. Are you serious? I swear this cocksucker's just riding like back and forth my street. My god. A strangely familiar smell. I expected the scent of... What? I expected the scent of trepidation, or maybe even outright fear, but Mr. Farnsworth seemed to have been at the heights of pleasure when he left this world. Clearly, I noticed you brought to the new meaning of a crime of passion. Pushing the thought from my mind, it was time to get down to business. Investigate the scene. Okay. Muddy footprints everywhere. Difficult to pick out anything from the prints the cops left behind with their haste. Okay. Oh, he found something. But cops don't rare $2,000 pairs of Kakinos. Okay, sounds right. It looks like Mr. Farnsworth was there that night and walked away on his own 2 feet. Huh? Uh-oh, this is getting deep. So he's not actually dead. Faked his death. Anything else? Oh, that's a quick tree with a little line on it. A burn mark on a nearby tree caught my eye. I ran my finger along its length and felt a chill down my spine. This wasn't just any burn mark. This was a mark of an ancient magic. It's doubtful the cops would have picked up on it. Could Lily have been right? Something unnatural was at play here. But I was no stranger to the stranger. But I was no stranger to the strange. After looking around for a while longer, I realized that the park has given up all of its... Where? After looking around for a while longer, I realized the park has given up all it was hiding from me. So I trudged back to my apartment and my head hit my pillow like it owed me money. Next chapter. Okay, these chapters are really short. Let's just get through all of this in one go. I think we can. The next morning I was reeling from another bout of ghoulish nightmares, but I tried to hide my discomfort when I saw Lily was already sitting outside my office. She waited wordlessly as I unlocked the door and ripped down another notice from the mayor's office. I motioned for her to step inside. Seemingly afraid of what I might say, she finally worked up the courage to ask. So what did you find? Well, I got good news. Mr. Farnsworth might be still alive. Not sure about some beasts, but something unnatural was at play. Might be right to worry about a monster. Found a spell mark. Uh-oh. Should we give her the good news or... Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Probably shouldn't have given her a false hope like that, but it seems like she needed something to hold on to right then. She didn't need to know about the mark on the tree. How do you know that? Where is he? Found his footprint. Seems like he got out safely. There was signs that he was at the scene and slipped away. Did they not find his body? I mean, that's how you realize someone is dead, right? You find the body. The footprint one. My tone was indifferent towards her as I turned and grabbed a bottle from my desk drawer. A dryness in my throat made it difficult to swallow my meds. But you don't know where he went? Do you think the news this morning is related? Huh? What news this morning? What news is that? Haven't you heard? No. Yeah, maybe you should tell me what you know. Nope, rough night followed by a rough morning. Yeah, that's all the truth. They found the police chief's wife dead down in the docks. They say it happened last night. Uh-oh. The police chief did it. He was the murderer. He saw his wife was canoodling with Mr. Farnsworth and killed her and him. Oh my god. And took his shoes. He took his shoes. Watch. They said it happened last night. Let me guess. Chief Amanto is missing too. My face might have betrayed a hint of satisfaction as she confirmed my suspicion, but it faded quickly. Amanto was a shit cop and a shit chief. Oh, wow. He was half the reason I left the force, but now that his wife was dead and I have more questions than I did the day before. The plot thickens. The gears in my head started to spin, which wasn't helped by the splitting pain of my temples. I told Lily that I needed time to work, and she left slightly dejected, wanting more answers than I could provide. Poor Lily. That night, after the cops have cleared out the docks, I would slip down and see what I could uncover concerning Mrs. Amanto's untimely demise. These difficult words, man, I hate it. Next chapter. Down at the docks. The cold air smelled strongly of salt and oil. And what else? Could it be? What was it? Seduction? That smell again, I knew it! Someone has a bottle... Someone had bottled pure arousal and used it as perfume. It hit me like a long forgotten memory, but the sensual fumes soon gave me a rush of adrenaline. I know exactly what the scent reminded me of, and it scared me more than not knowing. Okay. So, like, this guy is Jack, my boy. He's good at smelling cum stains, right? Like, right? That's what he's telling me, right? I looked down at my hands, shaking, the nightmare, the headaches. No, I was better now, reformed. I had to focus, no jumping to conclusion, follow the evidence. Investigate the scene. Is that a bunch of pubes? Red Phoenix cigarettes, some shitty brand I smoke every day. Everyone's got their vice. What's this? There, just there, the smallest piece of purple fabric, torn and caught in the splinter of a board. The police report didn't say anything about Mrs. Amanto wearing purple, and it was certainly at the quality that you wouldn't expect down here. Don't see many too high up society types around flaunting their royal purple threads, not threads. Who wears purple threads? I pulled out my own packet of reds and lit it up. I could have already feel another headache coming on, but I looked out over the waves and it seemed to help me forget. Forget about what? Forget about Dre? The cold helped me push down the uncomfortable thoughts that have been bubbling in the top of my brain. Next chapter. I honestly don't remember the walk back to the office. Apparently I spent the night on my easy chair. The air from the docks lingered on my clothes. It was still dark out. No, I checked the clock. How long had I been out? Had I recently slept through the entire day? The newspaper was sitting under the door. As I stood to fetch it, I nearly fell over. A wave of nausea hit me like a ton of bricks. I steadied myself and regained my composure. Before I could even pick up the paper, I could already read the headline. Breaking. Mayor missing. Wife found dead. So these are big characters, like the mayor, the chief, and some philanthropist are missing, and the wife is always dead. And I'm guessing there's going to be the scent of seduction. Watch. I wonder what's happening. Is it Lizzie? Was that her name? Or was it Lisa? I think it was Lizzie. Maybe it was Lauren. Maybe it was her who did it. Who knows? 2 cases is a coincidence, 3 is a pattern. The cop will come asking questions soon. They knew I had a history of antagonizing all the victims. I stumbled to my desk and slammed back 3 days worth of inhibitor pills. I couldn't take any chances. I had to investigate the scene to be sure. Inhibitor pills. Okay, I don't know what they are. I threw on my jacket and went to the door. Lily caught me off guard on the other side. Lily, it wasn't even Lizzie. It was Lily. Fuck. Jack, where are you off to? I've been trying to reach you all day. I've just been here, man. I'm sorry, I don't have the time to talk. I have to go. I've just been busy. Off to Mrs. Vanetti's crime scene. Is Mrs. Vanetti? Oh, Mrs. Vanetti's the thingy. The mayor. Am I the murderer? I must be, because I've been blacking out, and like, what I've been doing. What have I been doing there? What have I been doing when I've been blacking out, huh? I must have been jibbing people. I can't explain the first murder, but the second one, the chief, he's been on my ass, so I obviously have a grudge against him. Uh-oh. And the mayor has been sticking stickers on my door. Uh-oh. Jack, my boy. That's why he hides himself, because he's beastly. He's a ugly boy. That's why his hand shook, because he knew. Okay, we need to talk when we get back. Stay safe. Lily's gonna die. She gave me a soft kiss on the cheek and I rushed off. Part of me wanted to stay to tell her it would be okay, but that would be a lie. Why would she give me a kiss? Unless she knows me. Uh-oh. Next chapter. This is really interesting. The alley was located just behind the high-rise apartment where Mayor Vanetti and his wife lived. I could tell the police were spooked now. The crime scene was even sloppier than the last. They haven't even bothered to submit the trash into the evidence. Let's check the trash. Why wouldn't they at least look through the dumpster? It seemed untouched. No one wanted to do the dirty work. I think everyone's scared. But I know how to find the good stuff. It really doesn't take long if you know what to look for. Lightweight bags usually mean someone was dumping documents. If you were lucky, they didn't bother to shred them. Jackpot! Shell companies, shady stock trades, bribes. I knew. Mayor Vanetti was crooked, but this was unbelievable. There was more. Letters between Mayor Vanetti and the Chief Amanto, talking about me. How they were trying to get me shut down. They didn't like me snooping around crime scenes all the time. Well, they weren't here to stop me snooping around this one. Uh-oh. Car. Vanetti's car. If he was still alive, why wouldn't he have left in his car? It didn't make any sense. I honestly wasn't too motivated to find him, but the stakes were too high, and my bet was edging towards the unthinkable. As I searched around for anything that might have assuaged my fears, I caught the scent again. It overwhelmed my other senses with undulating pressure, like it was intoxicating. A weapon used on the weak-willed, a weapon I knew all too well, though it have been many years since I had used it. Was there another like me? Was I being framed? Jack, you're not being framed, you are the murderer. It wasn't possible, was it? I was taking my inhibitors, I was reformed. But the nightmares, the headaches, the memory lapse, I couldn't even trust myself. I started walking back out of the alley when something shiny caught my eye. A watch. Not just any watch though. My watch! I bet that he was gonna say, my watch! My watch! Oh my god! My watch! How long has my wrist been bare? Surely I dropped it when I first came down the alley. I checked the time just before I left the office, hadn't I? Or had I used the wall clock? I couldn't be sure. I couldn't be sure of anything. so I ran. Next chapter. Oh, this is interesting. Look around his building. He has no wall clock. I don't think. Maybe it's on one of these walls that would penetrate it. I don't know why I ran back to the office. The cops would probably show up any minute to knock the door down and cart me away, but they pulled it together before. But they would have pulled it together before long. Maybe it was best for. Maybe it would be best for everyone if I simply faced my own reflection. Nah, when Lily came to kiss him, she must have took the watch, right? And since we told her where we was going, she must have planted it. Right? But how do I explain the burn mark? But Lily was still there waiting for me. Jack, what's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost. My own ghost has come back to haunt me from the past. You're not making any sense, Jack. Come, sit down. You don't understand. You're not safe around me. I took a good last look at her as I prepared to shove it out the door. I noticed she was wearing the same thing she had when she first came into my office 3 days ago. A beautiful purple dress. Odd. I hadn't really noticed it before, but it seemed out of place, out of time. And it was frayed around the edges, torn in places. My chair caught my fall as my knees failed me. It was you! You are the monster! Succubus! Oh, Lily! No! I called it from the start, don't blame me. Oh, Jack! We are one and the same. You and I, we are both monsters. I'm simply more honest with myself. There are no such thing as reformation. Those pills you took only made you dull. Beasts like us should never suppress our true natures as you have. Incubus? What's an incubus? I know a succubus makes people like him, right? But what's an incubus? Is that like a male version? I need to Google. Incubus. Define. Oh, a male demon believed in to have sexual intercourse with a sleeping woman. So a succubus is the opposite of that. Okay. So we're an incubus. Those men were probably dead too now, I figured. She probably took them to her lair and harvested their seed. Oh. It's okay, time to get my dick out. This is getting erotic. Oh. It's a joke, man. So you've done all of this just to wake me up? You could have said that, though it seemed... You could say that, though it seemed enough to... Oh shit! You could have said that, though it seemed enough just to have you doubt yourself. You believed you were still capable of such horrors. Which means deep down you probably are. You can't escape it. Now I need you to complete the deed. You took my watch. You messed with my head. Oh, don't act like I didn't do you a favor. Those men hated you and wanted you gone. And now they are gone. What happened to the first guy? The first guy seems nice though, didn't he? I mustered the strength to stand again, moving casually to the window by the corner. She was right about one thing. I was dull, weak compared to her. I refused and she attacked me. I was a dead man. I had to keep her talking. Oh shit, if I refused her and she attacked me, I was a dead man. I had to keep her talking. I never met a succubus who just seduces and kills women. I never met a succubus who seduces and kills women. Oh please, such 14th century stereotypes. I don't discriminate when it comes to the pleasure of the flesh. Uh-oh. She fucks everyone. but I do still need an incubus like yourself to take part in the tainted seed I've harvested from those awful men and planted it among the fertile masses for me. What does that even mean? I'm tired of draining my lovers just to survive. I'm ready to settle down and start a family. That maniacal laughter. I positioned myself carefully, making sure she was looking my direction. Sorry, but I'm not your guy. With a quick flick of the wrist, I whipped the old bedsheet off the corner of the mirror. Lily was blinded by her own reflection and sucked into the mirror with a painful, monstrous scream. Trapped! Shielding my own eyes, I pulled a revolver from my desk side and aimed it at the mirror. And fired. Lily, you're done, son. You're done. That was beautiful. I like to say I called it, but I didn't really. Yeah. Oh shit. More random seed games. We have to get them, right? If you guys like this and you want me to play more of the other games badly, then yeah, hit me up, boy.